everybody, so new review for you guys today, with the upcoming Disney film, Artemis Fowl. After many attempts at trying to release this film theatrically, delay after delay, Disney finally decided to release this on Disney+, which I was perfectly fine with just because Disney Plus is really in desperate need of some new content. I was super big into the Artemis Fowl book series growing up. I read the first 2 or 3 books growing up, but I don't really remember too much about them. I just remember it being a very cool concept of this villain anti-hero kid being the main character of a book series. The film, though, is about Artemis Fowl hunting down a secret society of fairies so he can find his missing father, Artemis Fowl Sr. So it's sort of blending together elements of the first book and also the second book. Starting off with something positive, the film itself is gorgeous to look at. The director, Kenneth Branagh, always is able to bring a visual flair to each film that he directs. And it's no different here. The look and feel of the world when we get to see it is great as a whole, as it should, with Disney throwing roughly around $125 million into this project. The key wording is, though, when we get to see it, because unfortunately a large portion of this film is stuck inside the Fowl Manor, which got old fairly quickly. Main thing this film struggles with, I think, is the story and its pacing. This film clocks in roughly around 90 minutes long, which is a big red flag when you're taking elements from 2 different books. So you're going to be having to cram in a lot of things and omitting a lot of things if you're going to take elements from 2 different books entirely. Because of this, the story jumps from place to place and it crams in way too many things, and it gives the characters little to no character development throughout the film or an arc whatsoever. And the adventure itself that we go on isn't really that memorable. The actual film feels kind of dated. This feels like something that we would see many years ago, almost around maybe like a mid-2000s kind of movie, but it's coming out in 2020. Something like that I can completely ignore if the film I'm watching has a lot of fun elements and I can get interested in the story regardless. But there's really nothing here to grip me because I don't care about these characters that much, and the acting that's being put on screen, for the most part, is not very good either. Like the kid that plays Artemis Fowl, I mean, I try to not give him too much flack. Apparently this is his first ever role. He's really terrible. And he's our main character. The fact that he is so terrible in this movie with his first ever feature film role, I mean, it's rough. But also other characters as well aren't very good. Josh Gad as well. He's kind of like the narrator over large portions of the movie. There are like maybe 1 or 2 moments where he's kind of okay, but he's pretty bad as well. And I think Judi Dench is honestly one of the worst parts of this movie, which is unfortunate because she is Judi Dench. I just don't think her character worked very well in this. It's a shame. I think this film is a prime example of something that is much better suited for an actual series over a feature-length film, which is ironic since Disney Plus is doing that with Percy Jackson, since we did have those Percy Jackson films, and they weren't so well regarded, and now that they have the license for Percy Jackson, they're going to actually take the books and make them into series on Disney Plus. I think that's something that Artemis Fowl should have taken into consideration. I think it's much better suited for a Disney Plus show about all the different books in the Artemis Fowl series, because this is just, it's 90 minutes. There's so much more in the lore, I'm assuming, from all the other books that you could have actually had a series with so much different stuff in it. It's just a shame that they took so much out and tried to make this really bad version of Artemis Fowl in a 90-minute feature film. But yeah, overall, I really can't recommend this film. I really don't think it's going to resonate with audiences, especially if you're a fan of the book series. I really don't think you're going to like this at all. It's just such a sloppy execution of a book series where you cram everything into 90 minutes and fleshing out nothing in this world. I mean, it's visually stunning, but you come to expect that from anything that is made by Disney. I do think there is something to work with the Artemis Fowl as a brand, just because it is such a popular book series. I really think that they should shift this into a TV show or something along those lines on streaming because they have Disney Plus. I can see why they put this on Disney Plus. It's really lackluster, but if you want to make a series of it, because of course this film does try and set up these sequels, which I don't think we're going to get in any regard, but it's something to toy with if you want to add more content to Disney Plus, since Disney Plus really doesn't have much going for it right now. But let me know in the comment section down below, what did you think of Artemis Fowl when you check it out on Disney Plus? It's up right now if you want to check it out. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And also, if you're a fan of the Artemis Fowl book series, I really want to know your thoughts on this, just because I know that it's probably such a stark contrast from what you were expecting from the book to film adaptation. Either way, let's get a discussion going in the comments, because you know I like to talk about all things movies here. But thank you as always for checking out my reviews. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep updated my reviews, channel reactions, unboxings, and more. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.